Yeah, I got
Like, my man, they're just cut the sunk cost fallacy, drop the show. I do not understand how he can keep watching some of that stuff.
I know we're live.
Yeah,
but
we're live.
Just need to take a moment, chat, to reflect on the decisions of man.
Right? How was there a third? How was there even a second season of that show? Was that show well received?
I have no fucking clue.
I actually think it doesn't matter.
I guess. I don't know. All I know is that 3 seasons of DC's Teen Titans.
That's just seems miserable. Oh, Jamie, you're fast.
I told her that we were about to stream. We were talking just a second ago.
You can't seem to beat 7 seconds? Probably not. It's probably some sort of a connection thing.
Yeah, we were talking about the English version of Squid Game that's going to come out in 2025.
Yeah. And it'll be called Red Rover.
Yeah, this summer. Or this Halloween.
Yeah.
Everyone's coming over.
And then it cuts and it says like Red Rover 2025 or something. Yeah, because Netflix will have to remake its own show.
Yeah.
For a different audience. Because they'll run out.
Oh no.
What?
Oh no. Oh my god.
Oh no.
Oh dear god.
What?
My mom just texted, so cryptocurrency's been all over the news lately and I'm trying to understand it. And I'm like,
no.
I'm like, oh.
Just tell her don't buy.
Oh dear god, mother. That's fucking funny.
Jamie says that makes sense and has a frowny face. You're not excited for Red Rover? That was the best game we could come up with to keep the title going, by the way.
Yeah.
Because it's menacing also. It has red, like blood, you know? And there's a lot of violence in Red Rover. I remember that game being very violent when we were kids.
Yeah, it's definitely one of the...
That was a game, man.
That was definitely...
That was up there with just, like, playground games like Punch in the Face and stuff.
Oh, no.
You know?
No, it was like dodgeball, but with that fucking rubber ball.
Oh, man. No, dodgeball was way less brutal.
I don't know, man.
Hold on. So Jamie says, as much as I want someone to license Liar Game, I worry that if it comes out, people will be like, it ripped off Squid Game. Oh, definitely. Yeah, even though it was way before it, yeah. Yeah, I'm waiting for all the knockoffs that are going to come out next year.
Oh, yeah. And again, though, also, like... People are they're probably just... Netflix is just going to get the rights to the actual live-action Liar Game and just air it over here like it was new.
Yeah, and then they'll probably say, if you like Squid Game, you know? Because it's like how on the later volumes of Ranma, it says, from the creator of Inuyasha, and I'm like, fuck, I hate seeing this on the cover.
Oh,
like,
yeah. Oh, yeah, no. It's like whenever I saw, like...
Or the book says, from the hit movie, or says, like, the hit movie, whatever, you know?
Based on, yeah. Oh, no, it's also, like, with, what was it, with Death Note, like, anything that was done by just the artist, but not the writer, it was said from the creator of Death Note. I'm like, bro, he just drew it.
He just drew it.
He didn't actually create it.
He would just be okay. Yeah. Or she says she'd be fine with Netflix doing the Liar Game.
Yeah.
She says, I don't care, I just want to legally support Liar Game.
Totally understandable. It's actually impossible to do that because it's not here in America at all.
Hey, if they don't want your money, steal it. That's what I say.
This channel does endorse stealing, chat.
Mm-hmm.
This channel is not rated.
That's why I'm never paying for those American JoJo books. They don't want my money.
They don't. They really
don't want it.
They actively have decided.
Like the bad stand names, whatever. But changing it from Gangstar to Mafioso says you don't care about the enfranchised fans. You don't care about them.
They don't need to.
You're like, we don't need to care about you. There's an entirely new audience that will be way larger than all of y'all ever could be combined.
It's true.
We don't need you. Which is fine. That's what companies do. That's what Disney did with Star Wars.
And that's what Magic...
that's what Magic the Gathering is doing.
Wizards did with Magic the Gathering.
Yeah, that's what Wizards did with Magic the Gathering. That's probably what every company should do. That's what Disney does with anything at this point.
Yeah. You like this thing?
You like this thing? Here's the worst version of it.
Good luck.
Good luck. Gangstar sounds dumb. No, Jamie, you're a liar. Jamie, you're a liar. Jamie says all those scanslation sites have come and go, so I have no idea where to even find Liar Game anymore.
Mongakalot still has it.
Yeah. How's it going, Smorg? No, Gangstar is a quality pun. Gangstar is a quality pun, Jamie. Mangaka lot. Let me see. I'll check real quick.
Should have it, at least. They usually have pretty much everything
I
there.
have like almost everything here still. It might not be updated though. Let's go check.
It's over. Like it's.
Oh, that's right. It's a little old, right?
Yeah.
There's a second one too.
There was a sequel?
It looks like it's something. It's Roots of A. That's what.
Oh, that's more about the main dude.
Some other guy. Okay.
Yeah, it's like a prequel series.
Guy.
Actually.
Yeah.
I remember that one.
There you go. Nah, Gangstar is a quality pun.
Anyone who thinks otherwise is just lying to themselves.
Gangstar is unique. Mafioso is not. There's nothing memorable about wanting to be a mafioso. Now, being the Gangstar, legendary. Legendary. Next question, will it give you computer viruses? Probably not. I have, like, ad block up or whatever.
No, it hasn't given me any viruses.
Yeah, this site is actually good. Like, 1,000 things don't normally come up and ask you to pay for stuff.
Yeah, most of the time, though, you just get porn ads. So, I mean, you know.
Yeah, that's really about it. There'll be some ads sometime in between the pages. But, like, I just clicked on a random chapter, and I'm not even really seeing anything. I mean, other than the chapter. Which is what you want to see.
What? No. Get that shit away from me.
I have no idea if this is actually the whole thing, though. This chapter says end, though, so I'm guessing it is.
It's 200?
Yeah, 201.
201, that's right then. Yeah, that's
Okay.
right. That's the right amount.
It seemed to end on a cliffhanger, though, or something. I don't really know.
Kinda. It's
It's
like
not to spoil it, I guess. But it seems like y'all both read it or whatever.
yeah, it's kind of one of those endings where it's like, oh, things are meant. It's like one of those like.
Jamie says it did end on a cliffhanger.
Yeah, it's kind of weird to describe it. Like, they end it and the game ends, but then like something like happens and they're like, wait, what the fuck happened? And then that's the end.
Oh, okay. Yeah, she says like it ended, but it rushed. Okay.
Yeah.
That's like some Twin Peaks shit.
Yeah, pretty much. Makes me wonder.
I do love that Twin Peaks ending, though. The creator's just like, you want me to end it? All right, fuck y'all, you know?
So that's what it was. One of those kind of endings. Yeah, definitely. Fun. And now that you mentioned Twin Peaks, I'm like, oh yeah, I could definitely compare it to that.
Yeah, because pretty much Twin Peaks ends like if the protagonist went to take on the final boss in their current state.
Yeah.
Without actually going through like the full everything they needed.
Yeah.
I still haven't got to see the new one though. I really want to. It's just I feel like, you know, I mean, we'd have to watch the whole show. I don't want to watch a show by myself. It's kind of weird. Well, I mean, it doesn't fit in with what I'm normally up to.
Yeah, again, also with the show.
And I don't like to just put an actual show on in the background.
Yeah.
And, like, not really pay attention to it. That's just not me. Like, if it's a show I've already seen, you know, like how I said I cleaned my room and watched Evangelion, like, 3 times throughout the years. Like, I'd already seen it before.
No, I get it.
So...
I'm just saying that, like, we're already going to do, for shows, I mean, like, it's one of those, if it's, like, a good show, I mean, I'm pretty sure.
Oh, I mean, Twin Peaks is an amazing show, but it's like, you know, we're already watch a lot of stuff on Sunday, so.
Yeah, and we're also having to rework it anyway, so.
I wouldn't get to, it'll show up at some point.
Again, I'm just saying that there's a lot of reworking we're doing already.
Yeah, no, I think we should watch Nadia.
That and Demon Slayer and Double, since we have those two.
Oh yeah,
getting more seasons. But those are the only ones I would think to add other than Nadia. Nadia is just a good show.
Yeah, Nadia's so good.
Yeah, that's like the proto Gynax too.
It's so good. Well, I mean that is actual Gynax, but
well, it's not. Isn't it? Is it actual Gynax? Or I thought it was.
Yeah, no, it's actually them.
Okay, I didn't.
They actually worked on it.
Well, I just didn't know if it was them or if it was them before they formed Gynax.
No, because they had worked on a movie before that.
Okay, I couldn't remember. I guess I was remembering incorrectly.
It was just that it's proto because it's before Evangelion.
Yeah, I guess.
You know?
Yeah.
It's their show right before Evangelion, I think.
Yeah. Did you know, speaking of Evangelion, since I'm teaching a class on flipbook animation, I was watching that Ano when he goes to that school.
Oh, I love that, yeah.
And where he's talking to the kids and shit like that. And it was like, man, I was like, man, this is so cool to watch. Just like,
I know.
Just everything is like, they're asking like, so how are you gonna teach the kids? Like, I think I'm just gonna wing it.
yeah, I was gonna kind of come in there and wing it, you know.
Oh yeah, that shit's hilarious.
Fucking great.
But yeah, no, he was talking else too. He was talking about like, he was talking with a kid about Kamen Rider, and he was like, see, this is otaku culture. We're having a discussion. Otaku has no generational gap, and I'm like, ooh, this is not aged well.
It depends, I think. I think it depends on the franchise.
Well, I think it also depends.
Because he knows on any location, I guess. Because Kamen Rider is still on TV. Like,
yeah, again, I was thinking about in terms of like when he says otaku for like, you know, anime and things like that. I don't know what the situation is in Japan, but in America, it's like awful.
Like, I don't even like using that term.
I know it's a bad term.
Fan. I don't even like that term.
Don't get me wrong. I understand that I don't like it either. I'm just saying that it's funny to look at that and have this be a statement from Ono saying that being an otaku doesn't have a generational gap.
Well, we could talk with anyone about Demon Slayer.
That's true. Which no, don't get me wrong. There's a lot of like things that I can say you would agree with, but there's still a generational gap in your enjoyment of specific things. Like if I tell someone to go watch Nadia, they're going to probably say I don't like it, or
but he's just talking about anime, I think, or well, he's specifically talking about Kamen Rider.
Yeah,
so
it's tough again.
But like, he's a Kamen Rider fan who still watches Kamen Rider. If you're a Power Rangers fan who still watches Power Rangers, you could probably talk with any kid about Power Rangers.
Yeah, no, I get that. I'm just talking about maybe it's because I'm comparing apples.
Think it's like a 1-for-1.
Maybe I'm just comparing apples to oranges in this scenario.
I think a little bit.
But again, I just like the thing I'm noticing is like. I'm thinking like, oh yeah, you can't really talk about everything with everyone because your experiences are too different now.
Well, yeah, but I mean, it's kind of like I said. That's definitely. I don't think that's a fair comparison.
Okay.
To just be like generic anime versus specifically Kamen Rider.
Oh, I wouldn't say specifically Kamen Rider. I was saying specifically like Nadia, like an more old anime comparatively to someone watching Demon Slayer.
Yeah, but I mean, like...
Because, like, the reason I bring it up is because your buddy or whatever is, your coworker was talking about how they couldn't watch a film from X era because it just didn't look good.
Oh, well, that's just different. That guy was a fucking idiot.
Well, yeah, but...
Like... Yeah. I wouldn't take anything that guy says seriously at all.
But yeah.
That's kind of a moron.
No, I understand, but I'm like... I feel like the same could be said for some certain people who are like, well, I can't really get into X thing because it just doesn't meet specific criteria that I need.
I mean, that could be anything, though. Like, I can't get into woodworking because of wood, you know?
I know. I'm just saying that, like, I feel like saying that by there's no generation gap for otaku. And otaku is such a vague term in general. Maybe that's one of the reasons why.
Yeah, I think it's the cultural difference in this statement. You're bringing it through your... like other view you have.
The American view?
Yeah. Like, and again, he was talking about like, I mean, he's specifically talking with like Kamen Rider.
Yeah, Kamen Rider fan. But the fact that the phrase that was used was very vague, that all otaku, or general, I guess. He was saying all otaku are like this.
I think maybe he means that that you can bond with anyone over the same thing.
Maybe.
Like, obviously, like, you know, if you're a fan of something, it doesn't matter how old you are, you know. Like, if we watch the same show, if two people watch the same show,
maybe that's
and
what
are really into it.
Maybe that's what he's going for.
I think that's what he means.
Yeah, that probably makes more sense if you think about it that way.
Yeah, he doesn't mean, like, in general. Because, yeah, people who watch anime might not have, again, like, you're thinking, like, the people who only watch new anime. Like, we're still watched anime.
Yeah.
So...
I don't know.
But yeah, he's talking about, like, I think the fandom. Just, like, being a fan of something. There's no age.
Yeah, I can agree with that.
That's what he's going at for, I think.
That makes more sense if you think of it that way.
Let's see. What I understand is otaku isn't necessarily a bad term in Japan. It's just that you're a big fan of something. Yeah. But in the US, people only use it for, like, weebs. Yeah, pretty much. Like, technically, otaku just means, like, you're obsessed. Yeah, and it could be, like, anything. You know, like, you could be a game otaku, like a military, or like those airsoft gun military people. They're like gun otakus or something. I think there's a term for them, but I don't know it off the top of my head. I'm remembering it from Otaku no Video.
Yeah. Oh, we need to watch that.
That movie is fucking fire.
That's actually something I'd be down to watch.
That movie is fire. It definitely has a more negative content. It definitely, like... it has a negative connotation over there, but like
It also doesn't help that everyone saw Miyazaki talk shit about them.
yeah. I think that the real problem is that like otaku, it's like the perception of like being too obsessed, and it's the culture of the people in general. Like your average, quote unquote, average depiction of someone like that.
Yeah.
You know, like that kind of thing. I've never liked anyone using that word usually if it's like that. I'm just like, I'm not. That's not.
It's maybe it's because they
also it feels really stupid because it's like I don't know it's one of those like cultural appropriation-y kind of things that I've never really liked.
I guess
some of the stuff I'm just like you sound like an idiot using this word, you know.
Yeah, I can agree with that. Again, like
it's like now how people just commonly use like psychological terms as like jokes and stuff like that.
Which psychological terms?
Just everything about like being triggered or depressed or whatever. It's like, man, saw a gumball, now I'm triggered and depressed. Ha ha, you know?
Oh, you're talking about like that humor?
Just stuff like that, you know?
Yeah, that kind of humor.
It's like, well, this kind of degrades everything for everyone who has an actual problem, you know?
I will say, yeah, that's something that I would agree with.
Guess I better kill myself.
Yeah, I don't really... Yeah, that kind of humor is pretty annoying.
So...
Definitely toxic, to say the least.
Yeah.
I can agree with that. That's definitely never been fun. Because, like, I mean, like, people are actually, like, feeling these things, and people who make kind of light of it are definitely...
Because, again, there's just a point where, like, words get used to the point where they have no meaning recently.
Yeah. Well, I don't know about recently. I feel like that's been a constant struggle for the language.
It's just accelerated now because it goes through the internet as, like, a meme.
Yeah.
Like, really fast.
Yeah, I can agree with that. But, yeah, I can see that. But...
So...
Yeah, it does get frustrating because, again, like, people, like, someone was talking about this the other day about how, like, it really makes no sense to them that people post in their what is it, their, story or TikTok or Snapchat in their profiles.
Dating profile?
No, in their profiles, like, you know, on any social media platform, they'll, like, post, like, this is who I am, and this is everything about me, and this are all the things that will trigger me to the point of a mental breakdown. In like their, you know, bio, and you're like, because
they just don't want any of that in their life. I don't know.
Well, but I mean, like, why would you give that information out to somebody who you don't know? Like,
because you don't know anyone on the internet.
Like, how do I put this? When you and I were growing up, and we're taught internet safety.
Oh, that doesn't exist anymore.
Yeah,
like you're actively supposed to not like care.
Yeah.
That's why they had to take away all the personals off of all the Craigslist sites.
Yeah.
Because you're, like, actively supposed to, like, not do that. Like, it's totally fine.
Again, it's just, like, makes...
Because, I mean, the joke is that, like, when you were a kid, it's like, don't get into a stranger's car. Don't accept food from a stranger. Don't, you know, and then they're, like, showing all the apps that's what you do now. You know?
Yeah.
So...
Again, that's, like, maybe that's me being old, I guess? I don't know. I see that and I'm like, bro, you shouldn't be just like disclosing that information to everybody. Like, if I have to put my address in for like, you know, something to buy something, I'm still skeptical. Like,
oh yeah.
But like nowadays, it's like, yeah, you're just expected to, you know, put all that shit out there and it's going to be okay. Or like people are just going to respect your, you know, your boundaries. And I'm like, no one respects that shit. What are you talking about?
Yeah, I don't really know.
So that's where I'm coming from.
I got you. I feel you.
So that'll always be bizarre to me. I'll never get that. Because I'm always like, oh yeah, if you want to be safe on the internet, you don't talk about like, you know, things that are like, you know, very private and, you know, you don't want everyone to know everything about your life.
Well, your whole life is there, so.
Is it?
I mean, that's how those are designed, right? That's what you're supposed to do with social media, right? I think that's supposed to replace your in-flesh persona eventually, right?
I mean, if we're talking about like...
To go like straight into the wire.
That's what I thought too, yeah. Like, I thought so. At least that's what I thought you were going for.
I'm saying that's kind of what like people are just doing anyway. So...
Is it right? Who knows?
It doesn't matter if it's right or wrong. It's just the future. That's the way I feel about things.
The way of the future. The way of the future.
Right? Again, the future's not that big of a problem for me. I'm not getting married. I'm not having any kids.
But you are having to deal with the fact that all of your refills are now RFID tagged.
I saw that. That's so evil. Why?
You gotta make money somehow.
Oh. Honestly, though, this is probably a good thing because people shouldn't even be drinking that much soda.
No.
Like, I get one of those now and I feel guilty. I'm like, so much. Like, I drank all of those cans of soda because they were here, and I'm like, I know I'm only drinking them because they're here.
I actually I legit had one 2 days in a row of Sprite, and I was like, no, I can't do this.
Yeah, I know. It was that. Like,
it just made my stomach bloated and feel really bad.
I feel you.
It was just awful. I'm old, man. Stomach can't handle like shit like that anymore. I don't know how Ellen does it. But yeah, I guess maybe I'm just out of touch. And it is Thursday, so it's perfect timing to be out of touch.
And also, like, these kids have been online, like, their entire life.
I guess. That's true. That definitely does.
Because, like, it's like how we've been watching TV our entire lives. Like, they've just had a Facebook page. Like, there were parents who made their babies Facebook pages and posted sonograms on them.
I am aware, yes.
You know?
That was a weird thing to have to look at, too.
And so, it's kind of like... I mean, these kids have been on the internet forever. They grew up with a tablet or whatever, you know?
Yeah.
Well, I guess I don't know how old... It depends on how old they are, but...
Again, I would never... I don't know. If I had kids, I can't imagine, like, just having the tablet raise them. And again, that's probably just me being, like, again...
But you're going to be away all day.
Unaware.
You know?
No, I don't know. I don't know the answer to that. Like, again, like, they're also probably going to... Like, that's why I'm saying, like...
Yeah.
I'm probably speaking as someone who's an outsider...
I mean, from what I understand, you just get tired of your kids.
Well, yeah, I mean, that's...
So you just pawn them off on something or someone, and then that's about it.
I mean, we were pawned off on TV, don't get me wrong.
Yeah, exactly. Like, I'm speaking from, you know, experience and stuff.
Like, yeah, I'm not saying that we all had, like, you know, oh, our parents were there all the time. No, they needed breaks from us, because we were...
Yeah, exactly.
Like, I don't know if you all know this, chat, but you all were fucking awful. Like... All you were kids and all you were fucking awful.
Oh, being a kid is my biggest anti-having kids.
Oh, yeah, yeah.
Like, no way.
Like, nah, man.
Yeah, no, I was a kid. No, not happening.
I used to be a piece of shit.
Exactly. Exactly.
And
not happening.
And so were you.
Not happening.
But yeah, like, I don't know, like... And what sucks, though, too, is that, like, you want them to be able to keep up with the current generation, so you should, in fact, like, make sure they're technology literate. But at the same time, you have to kind of try and find a nice balance in raising them, is what I personally believe in.
But... Pretty sure you're just supposed to get them Roblox and Minecraft and hope the pedophiles don't get to them. And then after that, they move up to Fortnite. No, I'm just joking. Those are fine games for whoever wants to play them, I guess.
That's whatever. I don't think you're insulting anybody in the chat.
You know.
Someone's like, I was able to stay with you for everything else. And
until you insulted Roblox and pedophiles. How dare you?
Yes. Roblox
insult. Move on to better games now.
Roblox insulting Roblox. You've gone too far. You're a Maeca art team. Well, I know people.
I just know those games are popular with kids.
Yeah, I know Roblox is because we have every fucking kid asks for it at the library.
Yeah, I just know that kids love that fucking game, and anywhere that kids are hanging out, that's where the pedophiles go. And that pedophiles are going to be normalized at some point, unfortunately.
Tragically.
Very tragically.
Yeah.
Did you know, apparently, Milo has a new store?
Really?
And, get this, in the Facebook page, they sell the pedophile guy's art.
Oh my fucking god.
Yeah, I saw it. It was behind the register, like on the wall. I was like, this is a team up. That's a team up right there.
Dream team.
That's a fucking team up.
That's the Nightmare Blunt rotation or whatever.
Yeah, it really is.
Holy shit, that's fucking...
Because I didn't know that was that. I saw it pop up on the Wizards website for like a place just to go.
Mm-hmm.
And then Jeremy was like, don't ever go to this place. And I was like, what? I think it was called like, online it says like Game Armory or something.
Oh, that is Milo's, because Milo's originally was Anime Armory too.
But it's the store name is still, you find it online on Anime Armory or whatever. He was like, yeah, that's Milo's. Milo's Anime Armory. I was like, what the fuck? They're still around? He's like, yeah, he just moved the store. I forgot where it is now. I think it's like Rowlett or Richardson or somewhere out there, you know? And so I went and looked at it, and on their Facebook page, I saw pictures from the store. Or no, it was on their Instagram. And yeah, right there, right on the wall, was all the Pedophile Guys art.
Nice.
I was like, holy shit.
You love to see it.
Jamie says, man, I picked a weird time to go clean up after dinner.
Oh, well, where'd you come in at? Well,
Yeah, right? Yeah, no, there's this artist that, like,
Everyone knows is a sex offender that is at a bunch of anime shows or has proxies sell there. And, like, I'm not shocked that his art is being sold at, like, arguably one of the worst stores I've ever had the experience of going to.
yeah.
Like, those guys were all idiots and all incompetent.
And
And they
everyone's
have
trying
just
to murder.
tons of fake merch at their store and all of this shit.
And not just that, they also just, like, horribly stolen from.
They're also just idiots.
Yeah.
Like, the main guy, the guy who works there is just kind of like, you're like, what the fuck is with this guy?
And they're not, like, none of the people who work there are actually employees.
I remember, yeah, when that store was open, there was a time where everyone who was behind the counter was like, well, I don't actually work here. And I'm like, they're like, I'm just helping out. I'm like, well, can you help me get what I need? And they're like, no. I'm like, all right, so you're just behind the counter stealing shit,
Yeah,
which
pretty
is
much.
what they were all doing.
Pretty much.
So, and that store went under and then it got moved. Yes. Yeah. Okay, we did point it out to you. Yeah.
Yeah, that guy's art is at the store.
That's
And I'm like, that is a fucking team up.
it's evil.
Yeah.
It's very evil. It's very cursed.
It really is, honestly.
It's kind of hilarious, but at the same time, you know, you're like, oh my fucking god.
I know, right?
What are we doing? Oh,
Me, I'm over here making sure my cart doesn't get deleted.
gotcha. He's doing some stuff. Important stuff. I don't really know exactly.
I'm getting rid of all this shit.
I mean, I don't know how to describe it to chat, is what I'm trying to get at.
I'm buy listing a bunch of cards.
Okay.
Use the real words in English.
But, I mean, like, do they know what that means?
If they have questions, they can ask.
Okay, I'm just trying to think of, like, a more normie phrase to say it.
You could just say it was selling stuff.
Yeah, you know.
What the fuck? That's just funny. You're just like, how do I describe
Selling to people who've never done anything. I'm like, wait, they know what selling things is, Matt.
Do they? Do they?
But yeah,
So that store, we used to go there just to play Magic to beat everyone because they would have box tournaments, and we won so many of them that if we showed up, everyone would drop out of the tournament, and the store couldn't have a tournament, so they just quit having them. I don't know if they started having them after a couple weeks without us, but.
They're like
Yeah, because everyone would just be like, "Oh man, they're here. Nah, no, I can't win." Like, and they would just drop. Like, I was like, "Are you fucking kidding me?"
that's
Because they told us that. Like, the guy behind the booth told us that.
It's like, you guys are here, we can't
He
do
was
this.
like, "Yeah." He's like, "When everyone just drops when you guys show up, you know." He's like, "So I'm like, all right, so you're basically saying that if we come here, there won't be any box tournaments because you know no one will play." He's like, "Yeah." He's like, "All right, well, you know, why am I coming here?"
Well, goodbye then.
Yeah, goodbye. You know.
No pleasure in this business, let me tell you.
yeah,
That is still, like, the funniest thing, though.
that is really funny. Did you just sew up with a boombox playing "Riding Dirty"?
Should have.
Basically.
Honestly, we should just go to Milo's and go to see if they're doing a box tournament.
Yeah, honestly. I don't know what format they'd be playing, though. If they're playing standard, I don't have a standard deck. I've been out of modern, but I could maybe throw together like a Phoenix deck with all the stuff we have.
Yeah, I have my modern Dredge deck.
Yeah. I don't know how good Dredge actually is, but if no one's sideboarding for it, then it doesn't actually matter.
Yeah, exactly. I was like, what do you mean?
So...
Look, if they're going to Milo's Anime Armory, they don't even fucking have a sideboard.
Right. But yeah, because we won like 3 box tournaments in a row, and that was how we got like really far ahead on value in our collection.
Yeah.
And then we pulled really well from all the boxes. So that was how we got super far ahead on value.
Oh, yeah.
Those were good days.
Yeah, no, it was that was definitely one of the funniest stories I've ever heard about. Like,
yeah, legitimately, like they just stopped. No one would play if we were there. It was really funny.
These guys, fuck me. Give me my money back. Give me my money.
Yeah, right. I can't beat them.
It's legit like some anime shit. Honestly.
It really is like some anime shit.
Like
it's fucking hilarious.
It's like some anime fucking card game shit. Like
yeah,
like. But it's funny because it also paints us as the villains, like
which is the best character to be.
Oh, definitely.
You want to be the villain.
You want to be the Kaiba of this fucking series.
Yeah, you want to be the Kaiba. They just didn't have a Yugi to step up.
Yeah.
They didn't even have a Joey fucking Wheeler. The closest guy was the saltiest dude on Earth.
Cameron?
No. The Salt Flats guy.
Oh,
Cameron wasn't salty. He was just a complete fucking idiot. Piece of shit.
Is it Jason Holloway or is that Kevin?
No. The Salt Flats guy. The guy that Devin beat.
Oh!
Walked out of the... It was a match on camera.
Yeah. Okay, sorry. There's like, I know, like...
No, his name was Salt Flats. That's what we called him.
Yeah, I didn't know if this was the other name
He was that fucking guy that everyone fucking hated.
Yeah.
The guy that would wear, like, the military jacket with all the patches and shit, like he was an actual veteran.
Yeah, no, he was definitely not an actual
veteran. I remember some dude went fucking off on him. Because he was, like, disrespecting veterans or some shit. This guy went off fucking on him. It was hilarious.
So, wait, Saltflax was disrespecting veterans?
Yeah, because he's wearing this jacket. Oh, like, wow. He's an actual veteran. Like, he has all the patches and everything on it and stuff.
Yeesh.
I don't know what he said or something, but someone said something, and then this guy was just, like, fucking going off on him. And it was, like, at a big tournament.
Yeah, no, I remember Salt Flats. I just couldn't remember if it was... Because I know we had the... What was it? The salt room at Spa Castle. We called it, like, the Kevin room or something?
Oh, no, Kevin is Kevin.
Yeah, I couldn't remember which...
Kevin is the guy with the... who was Yada locked?
Yes.
But it was actually a DD Crow situation.
Yeah.
That was,
sorry. Chat, we have a lot of salty people we used to know.
Yeah, that's just how it goes.
Alright, I'm going to have to go over some of these lines, make sure they're a bit more crisp, and then we can get to coloring.
Gotcha.
But yeah, no, we know way too many salty people from card games.
That's how it goes, man.
Yeah.
Oh no, cat.
Hey, he pooped inside his litter box today.
Yeah, I know, I saw that earlier. I was waiting for Ellen to be ecstatic, and it took like all day.
Oh yeah, because she's been in bed all day.
Yeah, she was sick, right? Or something you said?
She still has like, what is it? What do you call that when you, like reactions, I guess?
I have no idea.
She still has had a reaction to her flu shot, basically.
Gotcha.
Her flu shot was also like randomly really delayed in terms of how it made her feel bad. Because she didn't start feeling bad till like last night.
Interesting.
Whereas I felt bad all day yesterday, and today I feel a lot better.
I never get a flu shot, so...
Usually I don't either. Most of the times I've gotten the flu shot, I've gotten the flu. I'm only getting it this time just because we're going out of state to visit our family.
Gotcha.
And I don't want them to, by chance catch it from me if I, didn't have my shot. Especially also because they're still under the age where they can actually get vaccinated for corona, so I don't want to be that guy that gets them sick.
Well, but the flu shot isn't related to corona, though, right?
Yeah, but it's still like, again, you can get complications from corona. So you can be like, if you get corona, you're doing fine, then you get the flu, and then on top of that, you die.
Gotcha.
It's kind of like one of those situations, like where you get pneumonia, or if you have AIDS and then you get pneumonia.
Gotcha.
It's not necessarily the AIDS that kills you; it's all the diseases that you can't fight because of it.
I'm not a doctor. I don't know.
I'm a science.
I'm just here to provide alternate perspectives.
Sure.
I found out apparently now in Texas, if you teach anything about the Holocaust, you also have to teach alternate perspectives.
What the fuck?
Yeah, because it's from that law that was to get rid of critical race theory.
Yeah.
Yeah, so everyone, because there's an audio clip of some superintendent that's like, she goes, for example, if you have a book in your class about the Holocaust, you have to have a book with the opposite perspective. And someone on the thing is like, what would that be? And they're just like, I don't know, it just comes up. And I'm just like, all right. Okay,
all right.
I can't wait until Holocaust denial is part of the mandatory curriculum. Sounds like Texas.
Definitely does.
Lovely.
Can we just talk about critical race theory? For God's sake.
But white people never did anything bad. Why would you say that? And America never did anything bad?
And bad things never happened because of anything ever. Done.
Okay. Yeah, sure, man.
Done. I'm now Texas.
Oh, you're a fucking moron.
I'm just saying maybe there's more facts that we haven't seen, There's always an alternate side to everything, obviously.
Oh, really?
I mean, there's books written on it, so, it must be true, right? Just like Harry Potter.
I got nothing. I don't have any words for you anymore, you piece of shit.
Yeah, but it's for some state law though. Yeah, the audio is from a school district, but I believe they reference a state law in this. That's what the thing I read mentioned.
People need to stop being such babies and talk about the problems.
Unless I misread that. Because in the audio they talk about some law.
I know in Florida it's like mandatory where you have to teach the evils of communism.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like specifically the evils of communism. With that wording is like in the law, I believe.
Well, you don't want your kids to know about communism.
If I am wrong, let me know though, because I only saw this today, so.
But I'm just here to provide an alternate perspective. Just asking questions.
Freedom sucks.
I miss when being absolutely insane was like uncommon.
Nah.
Because it was a lot more fun to pretend to be insane. Now I just feel like I'm pretending to be a normal human being, like in America, which is kind of boring. It's not as funny.
Yeah, I don't know if it was funny to begin with, to be honest with you.
Well, it was funny to me to pretend to be insane.
Explains a lot.
But it's like, this is just what normal people say now. This is looking good, though. That's what normal people should be saying.
Uh-huh. Mm-hmm.
No, this really does look good, though. I like the really bold, outline.
Yeah. I was thinking that made me one of the things.
You don't even want to look into it? No, that's totally fine. That's totally fine. I'm not trying to, like, get into a, like, prove me wrong or anything. I didn't mean to make it sound like that.
No, I know you weren't.
So, I'm talking to Jamie. She's... Yeah. You should definitely... Your writing is much more important than whatever is happening in Texas.
I mean, yes and no. The right to choose is kind of important.
Well, I mean, just because we have no power in any of it. You at least have power over your writing. We have literally no agency in our lives. That's one of the common things of the modern era. Is that the majority of people have almost no agency in their everyday life. Just like the cat keeps whining. Cat? What?
At least in a political sense.
What, man? Why are you running away?
Because he wants you to play with him over there.
Well, no, I was trying to pet him and he still ran away.
Well, he wants to get you to pet him in a specific area. At a specific location, at a specific time.
Okay, alright. Jamie says I'm good.
Yeah, I just saw that and I was like, this is the worst shit I've ever heard. Although, it kind of makes me want to be the teacher, though, now. Because I can be the crazy teacher, and it's not illegal. I could teach them how the moon landing was all fake. Because I'm just providing an alternative perspective.
Oh, yeah. Totally, yeah. Oh.
First of all, George Washington never existed. Just teaching alternate perspectives here. What? I gotta take care of this cat. Hold on. Cat, what are you doing?
Everyone's lonely and beating him.
Cat. Sabrina will come out here and pet you. Go find her. Oh. What? Yeah. I'm trying to pet him. Alright, he ran into Elder. He yells her now. So I don't know. Finish those cards.
They're alternative facts.
But they are true, though.
Well, yeah, that's what they are, alternative facts.
Mm-hmm.
Alternatives to the media lies.
All the media. Even the media I subscribe to is lying.
Honestly, though, I will say the conspiracy theories were a lot more fun when they were just, like, small time.
Yeah, exactly. When it was like, again, the one crazy guy out of 10 million people believed something. Now it's, you're the one person who doesn't believe anything.
I mean, if everything was true, they said in the conspiracy theories, what? What are you going to do?
Exactly. That's why I was never very into it. Because again, it's like, okay, the entire government is reptilians who have like DNA altering weapons, and they all rule the world with all the money in the world, and they do everything. What are you going to do? Are you the one lone man who's going to stop it?
Well, I mean, a lot of people do think that they are, James Bond or some sort of dumb...
But they're not acting. I mean, I don't know. You know what I'm saying? It's like, well, what are you going to do?
Everyone wants to think that they're smart. And
exactly.
That's about it.
No one's out here doing anything about it.
Yeah, it's like my least favorite type of person is a person who all they do is just talk.
They're just at the school board meeting. They're not trying to eat the people who are on the school board. Because that's the only way to defeat the reptilians. You stab them, doesn't work. But if you eat them, they're weak to human saliva.
No, of course.
See, people don't know that.
But yeah, no, I hate people who are just all talk and then they just don't do anything. They're like, oh, I'm going to do these things, I'm going to do it, and then they just never do it.
I know. I have a problem with doing that too, which is why I hate myself sometimes.
Yeah, it's just one of my biggest pet peeves is like when that happens a lot.
Yeah.
And you're like, you see it and happen on like the conspiracy theorist people. I'm like, okay, well then do something about it. And they're like, well, no, it's hard.
Well, I mean, That's what Donald Trump is for. He's there to do it for me. You know, he's the Messiah.
Yeah, Donald Trump.
That's what Jesus is for.
He's gonna come back and he's gonna get all the Jews that I hate.
Yeah, right.
And he's gonna make sure black people go to a separate but equal heaven for me.
Yeah.
Where there's,
They made me feel inferior, so I need Donald Trump to get rid of them.
That's what. Someone actually posted this. I thought this was hilarious. Someone posted up saying, "I actually liked other Samus. This other Samus that they keep pushing onto me, it's like a bit too hardcore for me. I don't really like how she's badass and all that. It makes me feel really, insignificant as a person."
What?
I saw that. I was like, "Oh my fucking god!"
That's hilarious. How's it going, Sabrina? Sabrina's in chat.
Don't get me wrong, though. I mean, you can like other
The ad
Samus.
will never end.
You were gonna say other M Samus?
You can
I've never played that game. I don't know what is the difference between this.
Is that the one where it was like...
Other other M Samus has a bit more of a personality in the sense that she's more emotional,
Oh, okay.
but like in a way that just kind of feels like it betrays the character. But then again, like Samus is a silent protagonist that you're kind of supposed to kind of self-insert yourself into, and she kind of seemed like a character that could just basically do everything.
Yeah, she's one of those characters. Again, she's a badass.
Yeah, the problem is that the what is it? That by giving her personality and emotions and things, people were kind of felt like they were betrayed because they're like, oh, she's kind of whiny, and then you're like, we got into that,
It didn't quite fit what you would think the character would be like.
Yeah, again, but like, and the character's supposed to be going through trauma in this game because the game takes place after a whole bunch of horrible things have happened. So you're like, okay, yeah, they're going through rehab and they're having to deal with the PTSD of everything. And you're like, oh, that seems normal, and you're like, okay, yeah, I'm totally fine with what this is.
Everything is super slow-mo? It might just be your computer. My thing says that I'm going fine.
But it's one of those things like where you're
Try
like,
lowering the quality.
it's like one of those things where you're like, well, do I hate where I myself who am trying too hard to be critical about and reasonable about all the things that I feel and I think, I'm like, oh, am I hating this personality type because it's a character that's a woman that's also a badass and I'm so used to this personality type, or is it just actually poor writing? And I after a lot of debilitating, I'm pretty sure it's mostly poor writing. Just a lot of the tongue-in-cheek dialogue isn't really interesting.
I never played the game, so I don't know.
I don't know. It just didn't feel like a good, well-written game. But the plot is canon, so I have to deal with it. Basically,
Gotcha.
it's one of those people who like deny it exists that always bug me. I'm like, bro, it's canon. You're just gonna have to live with the fact that this game exists. Like,
Look, sometimes part of a franchise is not good.
yeah, like, what do you want, man? Like,
Me and Sabrina were talking about the bad Star Wars movies earlier.
Yeah.
Like, that's just part of it. That's how they are.
Yes, we had to put him up in there.
no, they haven't seen the.
Yeah, Sabrina hadn't been on stream since we added the scientist guy in. Yeah, because we were so hyped from last episode.
Oh yeah,
He got screen time, so we're going to give him some more screen time.
yeah. I would laugh at the actor somehow randomly.
This guy has not gotten enough screen time.
Actor randomly finds this Twitch and he's just
Oh, yeah.
It's like, hey-
why am I on screen?
hey man, why the fuck am I on screen, bro? Did you get the rights to do this? Oh shit! Turn off the stream. Turn off the
On
stream.
stream. Burn it down.
Smoke bomb.
Yeah, right.
How's everything going in the other room?
We're one wall away, yet there's a digital divide between us. Just some dumb shit like that. It's like some shit for Ready Player 2 or something.
Oh yeah.
You know? I never saw the first one. I wasn't interested. So.
Why is the picture under that Naruto guy? Yeah, right.
Naruto guy. Oh.
No, she's like, it's in quotes, so it's like... They're about to fight. This is going to be the head-to-head.
Oh yeah, they're both scientists.
They're both scientists. They both have kind of a similar haircut, too, actually.
Kinda close. They're both very sciencey haircuts.
Yeah. Like, the other guy just puts the pins in to move it over instead of it being shaved.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah. both look like they want to kill God.
It's true. Well, I mean, that's the objective of every scientist.
Yes.
Unless you're one of those Christian scientists.
Which always is weird to me.
Hey, man.
Technically,
That's the end of my sentence. I mean, that was a lot of early scientists were still Christians.
No, I know. It's just it just doesn't make as much sense in the modern era.
Yeah, in the modern era, yeah.
Because even like Einstein, while Jewish, he was very religious whenever he was doing his stuff. Mm-hmm. Like he actually didn't want to believe in string theory because of the fact he's like, God doesn't roll dice.
Yeah.
Was a quote from him. You're like, well, actually, he did. He did. He rolled dice. That's how you were born.
So I can roll my dice. No,
okay, Dad.
To do with the Muhammad. You want these super book of moons? You gotta go in the bathroom here, roll my dice. That was so funny. And with the price of them now, I'll bet Parker's kicking himself over not taking that deal.
I mean, he probably would have sold them for drugs.
Oh, easily would have sold them for drugs, actually.
Yeah, so, like...
Yeah, it's pretty funny. That's why I'm, pretty sure we'll never get our stuff back.
Yeah, I know.
It's because they don't have it. They probably sold it all for drugs. Again, or that's how Sean funded his, kink leather empire now on Etsy.
Kink leather empire on Etsy. Man, there is not one part of that sentence that just does not piss me off. Surprised Devin's not here.
Yeah, he's playing Monster Hunter.
Oh. I figured
apparently the newer one has a PC demo now.
Oh, nice.
And it's supposed to come out in January, I think he said.
Monster Hunter Rise?
Yeah, the one that was on Switch.
Yeah. The one I did that art for those girls?
Yeah, that's right. That was so funny. That guy was talking to his girlfriend about it. He's like, you don't remember them? Come on, I'm always talking about how, kind of thirsty I am for them. It was something like that he said. I don't know if you remember that.
I wasn't there for that, actually.
You weren't there for that, right? Yeah.
Because I was doing a commission up in the room.
Yeah.
Because, you texted me saying, hey, man, can you do this?
Mm-hmm.
Real quick. Yeah. No.
Yeah, it was something like that. That he said.
Totsugeki!
Right?
Just gotta do it.
That will summon Devin.
Yeah. Just like
Totsugeki!
Just like playing One Winged
Sephiroth theme? Yeah. One Winged Angel? Yeah.
Yeah. Just gotta play.
Mm-hmm.
It's guaranteed to work.
60% of the time, it works every time.
So it was funny, actually. I'm drawing this character, and someone posted up about how one of their pet peeves is that there are these characters that look like they're kids, but they're actually 30.
Uh-huh.
And they said that fighting games should stop making characters like that.
That are lolly-coded.
Sure, I guess.
Just like any woman under 5'2" and under, right?
Yeah. Which I hate to be like that person and say this, but I know plenty of people this age that just look like they're kids. That you're because you working in the library, you're people have to show proof of ID that they're an adult, and I've had so many times where I have to ID them because I'm I have to ask them are you over 18, and they'll be like, I'm 30, and you're like, all right then, I believe you.
Yeah, right.
It's okay, I believe you, and you're like, so I was like, I don't know, maybe this person just hasn't met enough people to run into this type of stuff. Again, maybe it's just.
I mean, people online don't meet people in real life.
Yeah, I guess. But again, that's why
I love that. Have you heard that one phrase some people say where they're like, go touch grass?
Yeah.
That fucking kills me.
Yeah, go touch grass.
Go touch grass. That's fucking hilarious.
Yeah, again, I actually know a person from when I was in college. They were my age, but I was yeah, you're 16,
Yeah, right.
And they're like, everyone thinks I'm so young. I always get carded. I am a grown fucking woman. That was probably my favorite part about that. She was like always pissed off about it.
Did I add these in or not? What's my favorite forged? Oh, we were talking. I wasn't sure if I added these or not. I don't think I did.
Let's see. Jamie says, I remember working at GameStop and giving a mom the spiel about Grand Theft Auto when her son slapped it on the counter, and the boy made a dumb voice at me like, actually I'm 19. Like, okay, you middle school looking ass dweeb. His mom, of course, just smiled at her perfect boy. Never mind that he mouthed off to an actual adult.
Oh yeah, because he's perfect.
I mean, he's 19. He's an adult too. He can get Grand Theft Auto.
My son, he's such a stinker.
What a rapscallion.
He just to hold that girl. What's boss?
Right? Look, disrespecting people you feel are below you is a crucial part of being an adult. We all know it.
But yeah, no, it is very bizarre though when you run into people and you're like, oh yeah, you're a kid, and they're like, sorry, here's my ID. I'm actually...
Yeah, right. I'm actually 50.
But yeah, I don't know. It's tough because like you're like at the same time you're like, well, you know, there's real people out there. But at the same time you're like, I understand not wanting to have pedo-coded characters and or you know, or if you're just like, well, just make them actual kids. Like they don't have to be 30. Are you just worried that people are gonna like lewd them?
Yeah, right.
Yeah, so again, I don't know. There's so many facets to that argument that you're like...
Jerry says, I'm so glad that people are just refusing jobs like this now on a wide scale. Yeah, pretty much.
Pretty much, yeah. It's really interesting, too, because also, like, people are having to start to pay better, because we have a work shortage for two reasons. One, 714,000 people died.
Yeah, that'll do it.
Also, just all of our, you know... jobs or just don't pay anything. You know?
Yeah, everyone got fired from their job where they couldn't make any money, and then they were making money staying home.
Yeah.
And then their job wants them back, and they can't live off of the job that they had.
Yeah. And so it's like, well, what do you expect? Like,
you're supposed to work 17 jobs, Matthew.
I know.
Look, there are 5 million hours in a week if you try hard enough.
You know, it's funny also that you mentioned that too. I remember someone was talking about how like, oh, look at the economy. We've created this many jobs. And like, yeah, I own 3 of them.
Yeah, right.
And I still can't live anywhere without help. That's why it's one of those things where it gets frustrating talking to my dad about anything like, you know, finance related, because it's like you're just not going to get it. It's fine. No. You're not going to understand like what the situation is and what I'm having to deal with.
Yeah, he could never understand.
Yeah, and it's fine. Like I get it. Like he's been working his entire life, and he's lived in a trailer park and has lived the American dream when it was feasible and actually a thing. I can't. There will never be a way for me to do that.
Yeah.
He could pay, like, again, he was talking about with me earlier today about, well, what do you do if you could actually manage to do, online classes, take your time, get your master's in whatever, you go get a job, but you could get a job and it would pay really well, right? And I'm like, no, that's just not how that works.
Yeah.
Like,
I mean, I guess if you went and got, like, a tech job.
Yeah, if you get a tech job, that's different.
Yeah, if you get a tech job, or if you get a, you need like a skill trade.
Yeah.
Those are the jobs that are actually all hiring, but no one wants to do them because society told everyone that they were low-end jobs.
Yeah, exactly.
Despite the fact that they actually paid very well the whole time.
Yeah, no, it's funny actually. Yeah.
Yeah, it's like, oh, you work as a plumber? I have a sociology degree. I'm way better than you,
Yeah, you're also, or just like the fact that they're like, oh, it's a white collar job, therefore it must be better.
Must be, yeah.
Yeah, there's like a lot of other lies you have to unlearn from this horrible society we've pulled ourselves into.
Right. Well, I mean, there was kind of a time where they were like, quote unquote, better, quote unquote.
But, like, it's so far past that.
Yeah, I mean...
That it doesn't matter, you know?
But, like, he was talking about, like, specifically, like, if I went to go get an architecture degree, would I be able to go start working on, like, you know...
No, you
nice
need 1,000 years worth of experience just to start as an intern.
Yeah, exactly. So that's, like...
Well, that doesn't matter.
Yeah, so that's why you're like, well, look, I understand you're not going to get it. Like, even if I got, like, a job, a master's in a library science and a master's in art so I could teach at a university level, like, even then, like, the university... may pay better, but it's still like not going to be enough.
Yeah,
because like right now, Ellen and what I make is like about 20 an hour. It's not enough. There's no way I could afford living on.
Not here, no way. You'd have to have like the worst apartment.
Yeah,
you need a really tiny apartment and probably at least one roommate still.
Exactly. Which would be Alan, I guess.
Yeah, I guess that's true.
But
hold on, Jamie said something in here. Sorry to cut you off.
There you go.
Well, see, Jamie says, I saw a business making a post that no one wanted to work for $14 an hour, so the manager or something had to unload a truck of boxes alone. People immediately roasted them. You're complaining you had to take your own job offer? That's funny.
That's fucking hilarious.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, there's too many managers that are like, I'm the manager, I'm not supposed to work.
Yeah.
That's, for some reason, that is what the manager is.
Like, that's the idea of the manager, is that I'm now the manager, I'm supposed to do nothing.
Yeah, that's what it is at my library. Like, all of the people that are in a supervisory role feel like all they have to do is just go to these meetings. Like, my supervisors
show up.
Were just bragging about how they went to our, safety Olympics thing, where they got to, drive a cop car. And I'm like, wow, that'd be really nice. I would definitely go if I actually had time. I have all these other things I have to do. I have to, do all these program write-ups. I have to do, this. I have to go do circulation. I also have to, lead the 3D print team. Mm-hmm. Too bad I don't have fucking time. Which all they seem to have. I'm like, yeah, and you can never find them. Like, they're supposed to be there when the shit hits the fan, but they're never there.
Yeah, that's not their job. Their job is to be important and have a desk.
Yeah, like...
The place can't run without them because they're the manager.
Yeah, like, again, like, I can understand, like, the actual manager being... her job being important, but, like, these supervisors that we get, I can't understand. I don't understand why we need them.
Yeah, I don't know the distinction, of the
hierarchy
between everything.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
No, I get
you. There's a manager and there's someone else and there's something else you're saying. It sounds like so. Like, I'm thinking of just a normal kind of job where the manager is like the highest level person. That's their only title.
Yeah.
There's like a manager and an assistant manager, and then employees.
Yeah. But yeah, no, it's like you go there and you're like, oh, what? Like you're talking and bragging about getting to do all this fun stuff, and we're like, yeah, we don't have time for that because we have to do your job.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, like no, I have no sympathy for, like, honestly, the pandemic, like the only thing I really took away from it was that how useless middle management is.
Yeah, it's very useless. There's a lot of jobs that are completely useless.
Yeah, they get paid so much more.
Yeah. To
just be there to make sure you're doing the right job. And most of the time, most people can really self-manage pretty well. So, like, all you have to do is just, show off the work you did.
Mm-hmm.
And you're like, here's the deliverables. I am doing my job, and I'm doing it pretty damn well. And they're like, okay, and then that would be it.
Yeah.
But no, we have to have all this fucking red tape and shit. Because we have to have this one position that doesn't do anything other than micromanage.
Yeah.
Which, yeah, that gets frustrating.
Definitely. Yeah, that was the one thing, was that, like, at Brookstone, at least most of the managers actually would work. They were always out on the floor. They were always doing everything.
Yeah, that's what I liked the most about my retail job, working in the art supply store. The only, like, managers that didn't do anything were fired pretty quickly.
Yeah, most of the retail places I worked, the manager actually had to do shit.
Yeah, like, my inventory manager was always on the floor. He wasn't even supposed to be on the floor. He was just there to help out because we had so many times where we just didn't have we had like a whole year where we didn't have an actual manager of the building because that original one got fired because of
just not doing shit.
Not doing shit. All he did was stay in his office and never went out there, never did anything. Mm-hmm. Like, maybe would, like, adjust a display every once in a while. but yeah, no, didn't do shit. And you're like, well, yeah, if you don't do shit, you should be fired.
Yeah.
So, like, by that logic, a lot of these other people that, you know, you would think would be fired, they didn't get fired. But that's because it's really apparently very hard to get fired at my job. Case in point, we had like a part-timer who was just bad at their job. Legit did not want to learn how to do anything, would not retain any information no matter how you train them. And they're, in fact, the reason why we're having to do this micromanaging bullshit on the actual trainings for all of our staff is because of her. Because they needed a paper trail to prove that they were terrible at their job.
Got you.
And they were about to fire them. And then the fucking HR manager quit, and they had to get a new one, so they had to, like, try again from the start. But then...
How's it going, Ash? We're talking about job stuff.
But then at the very end of it all, that person got to go on an administrative leave so they could fire them. And that means they got paid to not come into work.
Wow.
And they just had to do is just call or email saying, I'm available to work, and they could be paid for their entire shift. I was like, fuck this. Like, it took us 6 months to get rid of this person, and we were telling you the entire time, bro, they're not getting it. They're not doing it right. There's literally nothing we can do. They don't want to learn. Yeah. And you wouldn't take our word for it. You had to, like, go about all this other nonsense, all this roundabout shit. And then now we have to change everything to accommodate for the fact that this person was a piece of shit. It's just fucking miserable, man. But yeah, no, people who complain about, like, oh no, I had to do the job that, have underlings do for me.
The underlings, yeah.
Oh, woohoo. We have a staffing shortage because we don't want to pay our people a living wage. Woo.
I told you that, like, my dad was trying to just find a part-time job since he's pretty much retired, but he just wanted something to do.
Yeah, yeah.
And he was like, I can't find anything because he said that all the places that he tried where he wanted part-time, they're like, yeah, that'll be 39 hours a week, every weekend, whatever, and you're on call if we need you for something. He's like, I said a part-time job, like 20 hours, and they're like, those positions don't exist.
Yeah, no.
Take it or leave it, you know?
The only position that
he was like, 39 hours is a part-time job? I was like, yeah, that's the only job they offer, so they don't have to pay you anything.
Yeah, if you do, yeah, because if it's just under 40.
Yeah, if it's under 40, they don't have to pay you any insurance or anything.
Nope.
So that's all these part-time jobs now are basically 40 hours a week, and you're lucky if they don't somehow force you into unpaid overtime at this point.
Yeah.
Even though it's illegal. Let's see. Oh, Jamie, this is the thread where the guy gets roasted.
Nice.
Let's see. Ash says, just got home from going to several hardware stores for cosplay supplies. I like that. That sounds good. Gotta go to the hardware store to get my cosplay supplies.
Some gangster shit.
Mm-hmm. But yeah, no, it's just...
I needed a drill set, you know? What else would be the weirdest thing? A hacksaw, you know? For cosplay stuff would be the weirdest thing to get at Home Depot. No, a bandsaw. Like a full-on bandsaw. Just picking up some cosplay supplies.
Yeah, right. Well, that'd be so funny, though, just like to hear someone say
I need one of these washing machines, you know? I had to go there for gloves one time. I couldn't find gloves I wanted.
Huh.
It was like the middle of summer, so it was really hard to find just like generic black gloves.
Gotcha.
So I had to get gardening gloves that were like mostly black. They were like black enough. It was for when I did that Patapon cosplay, like way back in the day. I think I told you.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I needed black gloves, but it was like the middle of summer, and I wasn't going to pay for like expensive leather gloves at the suit store or whatever.
No.
Or at the soup store.
No.
Either one.
Yeah, all I have to say is, like, it's so bizarre, like, seeing how many people are just begging for employees but still refusing to pay them, like, a living wage.
So, I mean, the business doesn't work if they pay you either, so it's kind of like the whole system is kind of fucked.
Well, that's why I'm excited about all these strikes that have been going on around the country. To see at least what happens of them, if anything actually works. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I get you.
'Cause, I want them to succeed because you want people to be able to pay and afford things. Because that's the thing that doesn't ever make sense to me is as a business you want your employees to be able to go buy shit.
Well, technically, you just want them to buy from you.
Yeah.
What you want to do is do the old school,
like coal mining style funnel, where they just buy stuff from the company store with their paycheck.
Yeah.
But, modern times.
Again, though,
no, I get what you mean.
You want them to be able to afford and feel
the goal should be that they can at least afford what they're making at your factory.
Yeah.
And
then also, that too, a lot of people are again, when we were talking about how, oh, this is, it's beneath me job sort of thing.
Yeah. Let's see. Ash says the lady at Lowe's did look at me funny for walking out of there with a large piece of insulation foam. Oh, that's not even that weird to pick up.
Yeah, I don't know. That is kind of... The insulation foam, I don't know, that is kind of... They give you a weird look for that. Maybe it was just looked kind of goofy. You were carrying something that was so huge.
Yeah, probably.
Could be that.
I know that always looks funny to me.
Yeah.
Comedy. See there?
Simple comedy.
That item is way too large for that small person's frame.
It's so goofy. And now they can't get through the door. Like that,
Yeah.
Classic, just generic comedy.
Oh, Nigel, I do say.
Someone carrying large something and it's kind of funny. Hilarity ensues,
Yeah. It's with it goes so far. It goes just as far back, as cinema itself.
Yeah, it's some sort of silent movie stuff.
Yeah, I mean, even they did it in Laurel and Hardy.
Yeah, it's like Three Stooges stuff.
Mm-hmm. Always carrying a big thing.
Yeah.
Big thing gets stuck somewhere.
Yeah. Or it's like that scene where OJ can't get through the door because his afro is so huge and the naked gun.
Yeah. Oh, OJ.
I'm telling you, man, there's no way Norbert killed anyone. That's all I gotta say. No way.
Oh, he's hella guilty.
I'm just here presenting an alternate perspective.
To be fair, he was acquitted, so therefore he is innocent.
That's true.
The only thing that is guilty about him is the society has decided he is still guilty.
That is so true.
Which, I never know how I feel about that.
I actually don't care. I just think it's funny to tell people that I don't think Norbert could have killed anyone.
Yeah. No, I was talking about, because we talked about this a few times where it's America doesn't believe in second chances.
Oh, yeah.
So, I thought about that.
Let's see. I think she was just more curious at what I was going to use it for since I asked them to cut it in half. Oh, to fit in your car? Oh, that's funny. Yeah, okay. When you say she gave you a funny look, it's kind of looked at you funny can be interpreted a couple different ways. But I just meant she might have been giving you a weird look because she thought it was kind of funny to see someone
carrying out this giant thing. But now it sounds also like that too. She's kind of curious and it's kind of funny, what are they up to? Huh,
what are those crazy kids up to?
What are people up to these days with so much insulation foam?
I'll never know.
Yeah, no, I don't. I'd probably be wondering what you're up to too if you got it all cut. Because they're probably thinking you're doing some sort of job, a construction kind of thing or whatever, some DIY kind of stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Or DIY, I mean.
And poor Devin has missed out on the Totsugeki.
He's missed Totsugeki, girl. Yeah, it's a little better there.
Yeah, no, we'll go to Home Depot to get.
It's also a type of insulation, that silver type, you know, for packages, which we are running low on, actually. Because I started using more of it when I send shit out in envelopes, because those new envelopes are kind of janky.
Oh, which one?
Since they're that, like, paper one. I'm like, I don't feel too safe.
Reasonable. It does make me wonder, when does it go too far for the pedo-coded stuff?
Oh my god.
Well, it's because, like, I was saying that this character is fine, because it does, like, them being 30 is much more believable, I guess.
I'm definitely not a fan of the Kobayashi dragon philosophy.
The 1,000-year-old dragon.
Like, I'm gonna draw a 6-year-old, say they're a 3,000-year-old dragon, and then draw porn of them. Like,
that's like...
That is definitely too far.
That's definitely too far.
That's definitely too far.
I know where too far is, but, like... why am I saying that this is fine? Is it because it's a more reasonable age to be?
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, how old is this character supposed to be?
30.
Oh, okay.
Actually 30. So that's why I brought 30, because again, like, I know people that are like this IRL. Maybe that's what it is. If you know people IRL that look like this, and you're like, oh yeah, that's actually believable. I don't know. Because again, like, that argument that everything's pedo-coded or like this, that,
it's minor-coded,
minor-coded, and you're just like, what are you doing, chat? Like, always, I guess, again, I probably just am wasting too much time thinking about
Sometimes
weird
I don't want to
things.
ask these questions or think about them.
Yeah, neither do I, but again, like, I get concerned, I guess. Because, like, I'm drawing this character because I think they're cool. It was like how you, like, think Geraldine and Justine have really cool designs.
Oh, yeah, Caroline and Justine are cool, but I would almost never tell anyone that or get merch of them because then I'm a pedophile.
Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. Like, where are our lines, and when should we know, like, what is okay and what isn't?
Yeah, right.
I feel like that's, like, a big portion of, like, what I want to understand.
Like I said, definitely any of that shit where this character is actually an X 1,000-year-old demon or whatever or anything like that.
Yeah.
That shit,
No.
1,000% is not cool.
Yeah, no.
I don't care. I'm falling on the side of that's not cool.
No, I'm definitely okay with that not being cool.
It's definitely also motive, because anytime someone's like, well, it's totally fine for me to lust after this character because they're actually X age, you know? I think especially once you get into the part where, like, you know, people are, like, openly admitting they want to have sex with the character.
Yeah.
Then it's definitely getting to the point where I'm just like, you're sounding like you're kind of, you know, grasping at straws here, my man.
Sus.
Sounding a little sus here. It's not like you're on Chris Hansen's watch list here or something, and you're trying to throw him off.
But yeah,
Let's see. Ash says, and then when you point out the obvious child with giant tits is pedophilic, elitist fans call you overly sensitive and an SJW who doesn't understand artistic liberty. 100% agree with this.
Yeah, okay, yeah, that too is also weird. Because like, when someone who makes those arguments, you'll like, oh, you know, you'll see that they say, oh, you shouldn't do this and you shouldn't do this because it's pedo-coded or whatever. And then you go to their, you know, their profile page and you find out they got porn of On from Persona 5 and you're like, well, she's 17.
Yeah.
Sorry, dude. Like, well, or like things like that, you know, and you're like, okay, well, obviously I shouldn't take your...
Also, anyone who calls you an SJW, their argument is invalid.
It's true.
That's all I have to say. It's like, I immediately know your opinion doesn't matter. It's like whenever I hear someone just call women females, I'm like, all right.
I never have to hear.
All right, the rest of what they're going to say is completely absurd, and I need to like just whatever it is. Yeah, they're done.
Yeah, but that was something that popped into my head because again, but like it's so frustrating sometimes because you're just like, I think that this is a cool character design, and you're like, and you know, people like have all these conflicting views, and they'll say one thing, but in the same breath do another. And I know that's the human condition to be kind of, you know...
a hypocrite.
A hypocrite. But at the same time, it gets so frustrating because people get passionate about these kinds of things. And you just can't, like, you know...
Yeah. This part about understanding artistic liberty, definitely. People always run to the freedom argument when they have no ground.
Yeah.
When they have no real argument, it's the same with all of the anti-mask, anti-vax, anti-people who use that argument. It's against my constitutional rights. It's like you have no argument. Yeah. You're running to hide behind this shield.
Yeah, the shield of freedom.
Quote-unquote freedom. Like... my man, you know?
Yeah, no, it's frustrating because you're like, well, I would like to hear a valid reason. I would like to have a discussion in a sense of the word, but you make it so hard because you hide behind like all these walls that make it so that it's like.
Yeah, it's the same with the abortion people where they just hide behind the unborn.
Yeah, it's because they're easy.
Because they can't provide anything. They're just there. They're an idea that you can always hide behind because they can't offer anything.
Yeah,
they don't exist. Yeah. You know, like that's it. There's nothing there. Yeah. So you can just hide behind and put whatever you want on them.
Yeah. It's like, well, I saw this, they have this sign up now where I come home and it's like, every life is a miracle from heaven.
Yeah, right.
Every life is heaven sent, and you're like, oh, Jesus.
This is why I like how lately I've been hearing people call them pro-birth instead of pro-life.
Yeah.
Because that's actually more what they're into. Because, like, again, it's like, wasn't that George Carlin, or who was that? Where they're like, well, once the baby's born, they don't give a shit about him.
That's George Carlin, yeah.
Yeah, George Carlin, right? Like, now it's time to fucking send him off to war, you know?
Yeah.
Or put him in a prison somewhere, you know, so that you can get paid off of their suffering.
Yeah.
That's all they're good for.
Yeah, I mean, quick
you
buck.
know? That's what it is for them. Yeah, you know?
It's easy.
Yeah.
That's why I like that song, Let Them Eat War, by Bad Religion. It's a good song.
Oh, yeah, yeah.
Yeah, and it's like, also,
of course they're going to hide behind artistic liberty because they're not a fucking artist.
Oh, yeah.
Done. I'm going to say that right there.
Most of the time, definitely.
Most of the time, 1,000%.
Yeah, you don't have to, like, you know, oh, it's artistic liberty.
It's artistic. It's about freedom. It's about freedom to be free.
Though, I will say, one of the things that's always...
art freedom.
Speaking of artistic liberties, one thing that actually always bugged me with in the art community is when people were upset about people not getting skin tones right. Mm. And I can understand, like, so some of the people were very mad, especially with people of color and things like that, how they were doing their colors because they were trying to do like a pastel look and things like that, so they lightened everything up to be more pastel. I was like, oh, that's totally fine. And people were crying, you know, whitewashing, and you're like, that's a very much more nuanced thing because I can't really speak for that. But at the same time, though, someone like would point out saying, okay, well, here's how you do color picking, and this is this, and they give you an entire example of how their process is and why the color is the way it is. And they actually talk about how, yeah, I picked from the actual color of the official art, but if you put it next to other colors, it's going to look lighter.
Or if you're doing a scene where it's well lit somewhere, like at the beach or something.
Yeah, again, if you do different scenes and things like that, so it's all about, like, you know, how light and color affect each other.
Yeah, because I remember that from the Pokemon thing, where people were saying that Nessa was, like, whitewashed, and it was like, my man, you took the one screenshot where she's in direct sunlight.
It was a bee.
Oh, it was a bee. That's right, bee. Not her. Wrong one. Pokemon one.
Yeah, I know which one.
They're both, like, dark.
Yeah. So, yeah, but again, it was the same thing.
Yeah, you're right. That was B.
Yeah, but it's still the same concepts. You're like, I get you. But what's so crazy though is that like an artist can give you all of that and it still not be enough.
Yeah.
For people to be like, oh, well, okay, now that I've learned this fact, I'm going to go on with my. No, most people just double down.
Yeah.
Because you don't want to have to, have this like learnable moment, this learned moment. Like, oh, I've learned something today, and this is how this is actually.
There's no consequences for it on the internet.
Oh yeah, that's why I hate it. I personally just don't like the internet because of that.
Yeah. Also reminds me of, there's someone in, I think, Fallout 3 or Fallout 3 New Vegas. They have some line that's like, the people who talk the most about something often know the least.
Yeah. Oh, definitely, yeah.
Yeah.
That was a big thing in the martial arts thing too. Is like they were always taught, like when the guy who ran the place was always like, you never tell anybody what you do. Like, don't. It's not like, don't tell them your belt. Don't tell them what this, that, and the other, because it comes all across as you're showboating. And anybody like that's just not. Ooh, careful.
I messed the camera up there.
That's not
on screen.
Right, and that's not like what the martial.
The cord there, chat.
That's not what the martial art is about. It's not about, using it to be like flaunting or something like that. You're not supposed to use it to pick up chicks. Like,
yeah, right.
You're supposed to use it as it's self-defense at the core of it.
Mm-hmm. Let's see. Ash says, that reminds me of the dark-skinned actress who was accused of skin bleaching when they showed up as lighter in photos, but in reality it was just the lighting. Wow, I've never heard of them.
That sounds miserable.
That sounds terrible.
Is it really already 9:23?
That's crazy.
It actually is, yeah.
Wow, I didn't realize I was going so slow.
No, I mean, these pictures are just more complicated.
I guess. Yeah, I mean, it's not the biggest deal if we're behind, because technically I'm ahead. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Maybe we can just start early on Saturday, I guess.
I mean, you can always do some of these off screen.
Oh, I know. I just like doing them on stream for people who come in. It gives them like kind of something to look forward to / be like, oh,
I just mean you can get like one done or something.
Yeah,
the whole one, like one or two of them or something.
No, I get you. I just think it's fun that people get to come in and like watch it be made live. It's like a
yeah. I mean, you're still going to be doing other ones live.
Yeah, I just meant if you felt like you're that behind, you can just do one off screen.
Oh no, I don't feel that behind. Don't get me wrong.
Okay. I
just am like, oh, that's like it's behind in the sense of like, oh, like we were planning to have this be our pace, and it's not there, so it's technically behind, but it doesn't actually matter because
Yeah, I think it's just like you're always, like I've said this before, you're always just still thinking of like before.
Yeah.
When you would do them before.
Yeah.
That is crazy, though.
What? The bleaching?
Just, yeah.
Yeah.
I think you're just whitewashing yourself.
What?
You know?
Oh, man, people are crazy.
People are insane. People are always looking for a reason to be mad.
Oh, yeah.
That's for sure. These days, people are always looking for a reason to be mad.
I mean, that's the only thing like you're supposed to do if you're.
I do not get it. It's because most of the time, if like you're content and nothing's going on, you're not posting about anything.
Well, I mean, you're supposed to be mad because if you're not mad, you're a part of the problem or whatever. If you're happy, it's obviously because you're doing something wrong. I don't know. That's just like the kind of mentality that comes with being on social media, which is why I feel it to be so toxic and why I think that you shouldn't be on there, or you should just cater it to be a way that is just. If you start seeing things like that, you're just, all right, I'm going to block this, and that's it, and that's it.
Yeah, like, I'm done.
Which is true. You should always cater your social media to be what you want to see. It's going to make your life a lot better. I know, what's her name? Jamie will say that, attest to that. And
yeah, it's a little weird, because then you just kind of live in some weird echo chamber, but...
Yeah, it's tough.
As long as you, like, I think that as long as you go... Like, the news is different. Like, just go check out the news every now and then.
Yeah, I would check the news. Yeah, definitely. That's different.
This is not America.
Oh shit, I think it's the first time we've done.
Yeah, right.
It's been all serious mode.
Has it?
No, not really, but I don't know, maybe.
No, I didn't feel too serious until we talked about the I think it got serious when we started talking about the pedo dude who still shows up at art shows. Maybe?
Oh, definitely.
How is he not banned yet? Yeah, exactly.
One, he has a lot of proxy sellers. Two, I'm pretty sure people who run some of those cons just know him. You know?
Yeah.
That's how that stuff usually keeps going.
Oh, speaking of cons, we got waitlisted for TetsuCon.
Which one was that
I
one?
have no clue.
Okay.
It's like, I'm not gonna lie to you, I apply to so many cons and so many
Yeah.
jobs. Like, whenever I get a rejection letter, I'm like, I don't even know what the fuck I applied for.
Yeah, right.
What did I say yes to?
But yeah, I mean, it's the same reason that, like, no one's held accountable for that stuff anywhere else. Because someone knows someone and no one cares.
And it's annoying because, like, I remember I was saying something about it. I was like, well, we can't deal with this and we can't, and it's like, and then everyone knows there's a fucking pedo at this show.
And someone was like, shh, don't say that out loud. I'm like, the fuck? It's like, everyone knows it. I was like, why are we keeping this a secret or some shit?
Because we gotta protect it.
You know, it's like the big secret of there's a bunch of people selling stolen art here. That's a quote secret? No, it's not a secret.
Yeah, and they should be held accountable for that.
Yeah. They should be kicked out of the fucking show. Like, I'm sorry. Putting a screenshot on a shirt, you should not be able to sell that shit.
Yeah, no.
Taking a screenshot, cutting around it, and putting a stupid background and putting on a shirt, you should not be able to sell that shit. Taking a screenshot, putting 2 filters over it, and printing it, should not be able to sell that shit.
Yeah.
But the venue doesn't care because you paid them. And because the company doesn't care because it's not worth their time to start any litigation.
I am excited for when it does become worth their time.
Oh, I fucking wish it was worth their time.
Because I remember that one guy got super pissed when, like, Funimation told him to take down his shit.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, that was fucking hilarious. Yeah, so it's the same. It's one of those things of where they just are like, that guy pays.
It's someone knows him, obviously.
Yeah.
Or no one knows. Like, someone just doesn't know. Or it's all the proxy sellers get around it. Because there's a lot of events where he's not there and there are proxy sellers for him.
Yeah, and they just probably put down their name so they don't have to worry about it.
They just put their name down.
There we go.
Well, that was hell good.
Totsugeki! Alright, I'll give this to Devin later.
The Legend of Totsugeki. He doesn't get it for free.
No, not to give to him. I just, like, let him look at it, you know?
Right.
Let him, like, you know, gawk at it for a bit.
Gotcha.
Do you want to keep going? It's already 9:30.
Yeah, I could probably get away with doing, like, the line art on this one. At least for the most part.
I mean, yeah, if you want to keep going, keep going.
Yeah, I got like 30 minutes.
Yeah, I just didn't know if you wanted to keep going or not.
But yeah, no, everyone knows who that guy is. Oh, get past your head there.
It's all good. Just trying to.
Let's see. And there isn't any sort of background check on like sellers' portfolios before they're approved.
Depends on the show.
Depends on the show and if they actually give a shit.
Yeah. Like, I know Anime Dallas has, like, a vetting process, and the person who runs that is pretty good.
Yeah, they're usually pretty fucking good about who they let in the show. And
they also, like, they do have times where they'll be like, yeah, this person slipped through our cracks. Sorry, someone else who was doing it.
Or they just, some people will straight up send fake shit, apparently.
Yeah.
Will send a completely fake portfolio to get in, and then show up with stolen shit.
Yeah. Like, we had that happen at Anime Houston.
Yeah, that was there at Anime Houston because someone was there and they were just like, yeah, no, they sent a completely different portfolio and everything. Like, I'm blacklisting them now. Like,
Yeah. Which is good.
So, yeah, the art is the same.
try and get this a little brighter. There we go.
Yeah, again, I think it's just that no one cares. Like, the venue does not care.
Like, why do they need to care?
Yeah, like, they're not gonna care.
That's the real better question.
I mean, look at Anime Matsuri.
Yeah.
People still go.
I mean, they don't need to care. Like, again,
Yeah, like, they don't care, you know?
there's no reason.
I wouldn't be shocked if after that was known he's more popular, you know? There's got to be some con that's like, we stand with him, you know?
Oh, yeah, there's a whole fucking shit with Vic Mignogna.
Yeah, exactly. It's just like that, because the guy who runs Matsuri and Vic Mignogna go to the same church.
Yeah.
You know? So that's why he always goes there.
Same church. It's so weird to hear that.
Yeah. So...
Well, I mean, like, yeah, it's not as weird because modern times, but, like, in the same time, you know, like...
Yeah. Yeah, no, there's a whole bunch of bullshit that goes on at these shows. Like I said,
What's up?
just, I don't know. The people that have the stolen art is the worst, because I'm just like, you know, I see everyone do all the hard work, and then there are these people that are just like, I'm gonna go to Google, take the first image of fucking Naruto, put it on a purple background, and I'm gonna call that art. I'm gonna sell that like it's my own thing. Like, you can go post that on DeviantArt as your own thing, or whatever, or Redbubble, or some shit, Etsy or whatever, but to, like, go into Artist Alley and pretend like you're a real artist, you know? But again, I guess I'm probably being gatekeepy on defining what a real artist is or something, but...
Definitely ableist at best.
Definitely ableist. Art is for everyone, even people who can't do it, you know? So...
Technically.
Even people who steal it. Look, art theft is an important part of art. I'm upholding a very proud tradition. You're being ableist,
Oh, lordy.
you know?
You know, I could hear someone make that argument, too.
yeah, exactly.
So...
You're ableist because you can actually draw.
Yeah, exactly. Look, not all of us can actually draw, okay? Some of us just... Our art is just stealing stuff.
The art of theft.
No one complains about it in music.
They do, actually.
Yeah, they do, actually. People do get sued over that.
Yeah.
As long... Hey, actually, you can steal from anyone who can't afford to sue you.
It's true.
That's actually it. So that's why they all steal shit, because the companies don't sue them.
Yeah.
Again, if the company would just start even just sending cease and desist to these people, I think that shit would happen.
Yeah, they probably would stop.
Yeah. Like, if the companies did something, like, they need to send cease and desist to some of these people, or they need to have the venues do it. Because I don't know if they can, like, do a thing where, like, well, our employees aren't going to show up at your event, you know?
Mm-hmm.
Like, oh, you want X person who is, you know, like...
You know, the voice of any Funimation character or whatever, you know, to show up here, but you're letting everyone sell these, you know, bootleg merch of all of our stuff, you know?
Well, I mean, I know San Japan is very hard on the bootlegs.
Yeah.
Like, again, like, there's a lot of shows that are actually pretty good about that.
But I think that's more like on bootleg products, though. Most of them care more about bootleg products.
Yeah.
They don't really care about stolen art.
No, I understand that part.
So,
Because, like, what is it, Hero, he had a whole issue where a bunch of cons were having stolen his Daki's design
yeah.
of All Might. And no, he couldn't do anything about it because they just were like, well, tough.
Yeah, exactly. Because they're all selling stolen stuff. A lot of those booths.
Yeah.
Because even if the product is, quote, official from China, it's bootleg.
Yeah.
That's not an official product from anyone. That's something that's a printer in China made because they stole the art offline. Like, just because it comes wrapped in a package doesn't mean it's an official product.
Oh, yeah.
Like, just because it's wrapped in plastic or whatever.
But yeah, no, those like I said, like those shirt people we were across from, or that guy who was complaining.
Oh, yeah.
They're the worst.
But yeah, no, it's like shit like that. That's very bothersome.
Yeah, exactly.
Because I already have, like, issues enough as is as an artist, being like, is anything I'm doing actually worth it? Is anything going to come out of it?
Yeah.
Yada, yada, yada. The usual spiel.
Mm-hmm.
But...
and the tracing people, too.
Oh,
the tracing people are also the fucking worst.
Yeah, that guy anime.
Like that guy at fucking Denver.
Oh, yeah.
Those were definitely traced.
Oh, yeah.
There's no way. Even if they weren't traced, it's so fucking lazy to just draw the exact official art again. Like it was an original thing you did. Yeah. Just because you, like, used some sort of different style in Photoshop. Like, you didn't change anything about the art other than, like, drawing it with a different brush. I don't know. That's, like, a bit much.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know, though.
That one I understand, too.
Like, especially because a lot of those just are traced.
Yeah.
Those ones where the characters are just, like, star lines or whatever, those are all traced and stolen. Like the booth at Arkansas.
Yeah.
Those ones they had across from us?
Oh, yeah.
There are cons that don't even let you sell that shit.
Oh, they shouldn't.
So...
Because, yeah, those are fucking annoying.
It's like, okay, you took the original image and then just turned it into a shadow and then put some filters behind it or whatever. It's like, the fuck?
You've done a lot.
This is just traced. You traced right over the lines.
They've done a lot of work.
It's fucking annoying.
That's why I like when we went to like cons like Gen Con, things like that, because they don't do that. You don't ever have to worry about that much.
The barrier to entry on a con like that keeps those people out.
Yeah.
I do think that if, like, some of these cons, I know someone was talking about, like, they might start charging just to apply to them and stuff like that.
Oh, yeah, I'd be down.
Yeah. I think either raising table prices or charging, like, a legit fee
luckily,
to get in would really stop a lot of these people.
A lot of the tables are starting to get up in price anyway. Like, AX prices for tables now for, like, just, random shows. Which also leads me to wonder if we should probably start raising our prices just because of how the table prices are all starting to go up. That's another topic for another time.
Yeah.
That's not really here for stream. But yeah, no, it's definitely annoying as fuck when you just, like, you put a lot of effort in, you try to make it the best thing you can, that's something that's different, that people can really, connect with, and then you just have that. And, like, and it sucks because, like, most people don't really want something new or anything. Like, they just kind of want whatever looks official.
Yeah, they want kind of, like, it's weird. It's kind of like, because you already know you like the thing you've seen.
Yeah. But again, it's tough. Like, and maybe it sounds a lot like whining and complaining, but like, it's really frustrating though.
I mean, we're not whining and complaining about the other artists who are doing their own stuff and outselling us.
Yeah.
I'm not complaining about that.
No, you're not. I'm just saying that maybe it sounds like whining from the
from the outside, yeah.
Yeah. I don't know. It sucks, and there's not much we can do about it.
Pretty much.
I mean, we can basically just, the best we can do is go to shows that we just know they can't get into.
Yeah, and I think, because, like, at that other con, when we were across from them, we complained, and they moved. They moved us.
Yeah.
So, if that happens again, I'm going to say that, too. I'm going to be like, hey, the person across from us is a sex offender, and I don't want to be across from them.
Yeah.
Like, I'll just straight up say that again.
Yeah.
Shush. Well, that lady didn't say that. She was like, oh, yeah, that would be fucking awkward. She's like, all right, we'll find you another spot.
Yeah, I know. But no, that's just funny, though. I'm thinking about that person like, shush.
Yeah.
Like, who are you defending?
Yeah, why are you defending? Everyone should know that. Like, the vendors already know.
Yeah, everyone knows.
Like,
I know they got kicked out of fucking Delta H-Con for that when they found out.
Yeah, although wasn't there art still in the dealer room somewhere, or no?
No, it was not.
Okay, I can't remember. I feel like there was a con that was like that, where they were just like hiding out somewhere, and it was just another proxy.
It was in Arkansas.
Ah, that's what it was. Yeah.
Yeah, other than that, what's everyone up to?
Yeah, right.
We were kind of going off the
Yeah, I don't know
rails.
who all's left in chat, so other than Ash, since Ash is talking to us. Just kind of going off, complaining about stuff, standard internet MO.
Still eating some dinner?
Nice.
Did you get to see Zenkaiger lately?
I can't remember. I think you said you were behind on Toku. Actually, you were watching it this weekend, I think.
Yeah, I don't know if it was this weekend, but I do know that they were behind.
That's right. I have this one here. No.
Check thing here. Oh, no, okay, that's fine. The Communist Manifesto and everyone's trick or treat.
All right. Then you can look like Elon Musk's ex-girlfriend or whatever. That girl, right? Wasn't that like his ex-girlfriend or something? That was walking around town dressed like she was at Halloween reading the Communist Manifesto? I don't know. I just saw pictures of her posing with it. I don't know if she's actually reading it, but...
No clue.
It was on Twitter for like 2 days. I had to look up who the person was.
That is pretty funny though.
Oh, it's Revi said you haven't started. Okay. Oh, so did you see that tennis episode of Zenkaiger?
It's fucking amazing.
That's probably one of the best Sentai episodes I've ever seen of anything. That was absolutely amazing.
I remember my ma and I.
That was way too fucking funny.
Y'all don't have your fundamentals down. I'm switching in. Not because I want to help you.
Oh, you're going to
guys.
finish off Ultraman Z?
I still haven't watched like any Ultraman other than a couple episodes of like very old ones. I really want to get into Ultraman. At least I would love to watch the old ones.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, you watched the tennis episode? God, we were dying.
Yeah, no, I kind of want to show that to Ellen too, just because.
Yeah, because she missed it.
Yeah,
she wasn't. Like, what?
She wasn't feeling good.
Yeah, I know she's been sick, but it's just like.
Honestly, this piece is trash. Why, you might ask?
I don't know. It could be any reason.
Can't see her tits.
Damn, you're right.
Throw it in the fucking garbage.
There's no gigantic booblies on there.
It's obviously my worst Inktober piece.
Mm-hmm. But yeah, no, them doing all that Prince of Tennis shit all over the place was fucking amazing.
You don't have the fundamentals down.
Oh my god, yeah.
Just fucking
That's
counts
too good.
It's so fucking funny.
Stacy just fucking going in.
Yeah, just fucking jumps over the...
Just going the fuck in.
Jumps over the fucking thing.
Yeah.
What are they doing? We can't possibly hope to beat them with that form. Yeah, and then he's fucking doing the training montage.
Oh yeah, the montage was so sick.
I'll back this up and make this like this real quick.
Grab some more cards.
It's the Prince of Tennis episode, man.
It was the best Prince of Tennis episode. Ugh.
Also, Calvin's not here. He's not seeing his girl.
Yeah, I know, right? Sad.
It's all good, I guess. You'll see it in the VOD.
That's true. Or whenever it gets posted on Insta.
Yeah, too.
Match says. So I went out to buy stuff to work on my KDA colleague
nice.
cosplay, but since I got home late, I'm not exhausted and IDK if I have the energy to work on it. Or
Yeah.
You're not exhausted? Maybe you mean you are exhausted. I don't know.
Yeah, take a break.
Kind of weird. Yeah.
Take a
But I
break.
get what you're saying.
Yeah, take a break, man. It's gonna be there tomorrow.
Yeah. Maybe try to do something small just to get a win.
Yeah.
That's what I usually try and do. It's like, was there at least like something just even minor, you know?
Yeah, yeah.
If there's something minor you can do. Oh, now exhausted. Oh, that makes more sense. I should have looked at the keyboard. Oh, those letters are kind of far away.
No, I love that joke. You ever seen that? Where it's like, look to see how close the letters are
Yeah,
for
yeah.
the mistyping? Yeah.
Yeah.
For like spelling mistakes. Those are the funny ones. Yeah, I would say if there's a tiny thing you can get done, maybe try and get that done. Like, don't go for anything too big if you don't have to. And if all that's left is something that's going to take hours, then that's a pretty big decision to commit to at 9:30, 10 at night. Things that are left are the jacket and the wig, and they're the hardest parts. Yeah, okay.
Yeah, then take a break.
Yeah, it's either that or like, if you can do that in small chunks, maybe just say like, if you can get the energy to do just 30 minutes even. That way you're 30 minutes ahead of it tomorrow, you know?
Yeah. Usually, if I have anything like that, I'll just leave out all the materials on the desk, so that's like all there ready to go. So I don't have to like.
That's a good way to do it too.
Put everything back and then put everything back out. So it's like I've saved some time.
Mm-hmm.
The mood also should have been too many belts. These fucking characters have
Oh, yeah.
way too many fucking belts.
But we were just so shocked that Blue Exorcist is still going.
It's true. That one really did shock me.
That was crazy.
I didn't believe it.
I didn't know it was still going.
It's still going. I just saw like an ad for like a new chapter just dropping. I was like, what the fuck?
That is crazy. I mean, their series. I mean, what was it? Zettai Car and Children was going on until what, last year?
Yeah.
So, the fuck was that?
Oh, that's probably one of these things falling off onto the clock stuff.
Oh, it sounded like it was from behind me though.
Really? I thought it sounded like it came from up there.
Oh, did it? Okay, what that sound was? Never was. I didn't break anything on the way down. Was there anything else isn't broken because of it?
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
It's not a screw out of any of our chairs, is it? Because it sounded like it hit like a hard wood.
That's why I said it sounded like it hit the top of the
shelf?
The shelf, yeah.
Look in the hallway, see if anything hit anything. I don't see anything out here. I don't know. Lace giant foam board on my desk, yeah.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, I'm just worried that if something broke, it might break more by not figuring out what it is.
Mm-hmm.
You know?
No, I get you.
That'd be my main concern here.
Yeah.
If something's starting to fall apart, it's best to fix it or take it down.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I don't see anything that's weirdly out of place or anything. Watch out. I'm kind of crushed over here.
In all seriousness, though, I think I may be able to work a bit on the ponytail. Yeah, there you go. See, something small.
Anything that'll get you ahead.
Let's see. Try to see if you can get the cosplay done in a week for LOL night at Aqua S. What is Aqua S?
I'm gonna look that up. Is that like a club? The first thing that comes up is like an ice cream store. I'm not sure if that's right.
It can be, if you want it to be.
Could be.
If you want to dream.
Oh, it does say Menu Houston in Google though, so maybe. It is a soft serve place, and of course, occasionally they have themed nights. Okay, that's cool. Oh, all right. I thought it was like, I'm like, all I'm getting is ice cream. I was like, that sounds crazy.
That can't be right.
There's no way that's right. That sounds really good, though.
It's been a while since I've had some good like soft serve ice cream. Now it's probably because it'll make me really sick.
Yeah.
But
And there hasn't been a chick flick night in forever, so
that's true.
I'm still bummed that we don't have a place to go do chick flick night.
We don't have a
anymore.
lake house. We don't have a place to get away from society and do what men really want to do without being judged.
Watch chick flicks and play board games?
Yeah, exactly.
What sick degenerates we are.
It's true.
Wanting to play, what was it, the Hitler game?
Yeah, dude, that Hitler game.
Secret
was fun.
Hitler.
Secret Hitler.
That's what it was.
Yeah, that was really fun. Says there's one in Dallas. Is that like deep in Dallas? Like, where is this at in Dallas? Oh, it is. It's in like downtown Dallas.
Yeah, that sounds
like
right.
straight up. Yeah. I want to go to downtown Dallas just for ice cream.
Yeah, no.
Maybe if we were there at the museum. It doesn't seem too far from the museum, though. No, not the. No, I want just the DMA. What are you doing? Google. You're drunk. DMA. Thank you. Yeah, it's a 15-minute walk from the DMA.
That's not bad.
Which is not bad. Okay, Ash says highly recommend. Aqua S is my favorite soft serve place. Alright, if we go to the DMA,
We can go to that bomb-ass pizza place, which is like 1 block away.
Yeah.
Maybe a couple more than that, but it feels like it's really close. And then try to walk our ass over to get ice cream after the pizza.
We can do this. I believe in us.
Right?
I believe in our fat asses.
Yeah.
yeah, because the DMA is pretty close to the A-Fest Hotel. Yeah, the Marriott. Yeah, it's only a couple blocks down.
Mm-hmm.
The Houston location is less than 10 minutes from Delta HCon. Oh, damn.
Oh, damn. Game changer.
Game changer. That's a game changer. Game changer. That will be in consideration next year.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm. I mean, even that was that Delta H Con? No, what con was that where we went to that place and got wings?
Oh.
That wasn't Delta H Con.
No.
Was that somewhere we flew to or somewhere we drove to? That was in Houston though. That was Anime Houston, right? Remember?
Was it wings?
Well, one of us got wings and one of us got something else.
I think that was in Houston. That was Anime Houston, yeah.
I got the Oreo smoothie thing.
Yeah, that was
that
Anime
was at
Houston.
Anime Houston. So
Yeah, it's
so damn, we could have went to this place.
all right.
Although we were kind of in the middle of nowhere in Houston in that place.
Yeah. Also, parking was kind of a bitch. So.
Yeah, that's true. But as long as we left at night after the show closed.
Yeah.
Yeah, because that was that con where that guy next to us was fucking miserable.
Yeah, I was like, why are we having to stay open late?
Yeah, right? I was like, dude.
I want to go home and beat my wife.
Yeah, right? This is infringing on my freedoms.
Okay.
Like, my man, this show is closing too early. Why are we debating on whether we should be open past 6 on a Saturday?
Yeah.
Like, what is that about? Like, bro. Like, come on. Do you really want to leave at 6 on a Saturday? If anything, this place should be fucking... Oh, it should be open until whatever, and then you leave. It's a fucking hotel con. Ugh. Whatever.
People are dumb.
People are very dumb sometimes.
Always lurking out for their worst interest.
They really are.
All right.
Because the shakes at that place were really good.
Oh, yeah.
The shakes that we got.
Oh, yeah. That was good.
I am hyped for Delta H-Con again, though.
Oh, yeah.
We'll have to go to another really cool restaurant.
Mm-hmm.
It was cool going with everyone. At
Yeah.
Hot Pot, that was a lot of fun.
Oh, definitely.
We can go to that place again, too. Either one works.
Oh, yeah. There's a lot of different places in Houston.
Yeah. That was fucking good. We need Devin to give us the 17-hour lore drop on this character.
It's a lot, I imagine.
Yeah, it's so weird how much like crazy lore there is in this game.
Yeah, it's a fighting game.
Yeah, it's just really funny. I just remember Devin watching that guy talk about everything. He's like, and then this is where the game starts. It's like...
You're like, okay, man.
Yeah, like a whiteboard and all of this shit. It was so funny, like watching the video.
Cut to now.
Yeah.
You're looking at now, sir.
Right. Oh, we still need to watch, speaking of fighting games, we still need to watch that horrible Sam Show movie.
Oh, yeah.
That animated one?
Yeah.
Oh man, this is bad.
Excited.
Like the dubbing on it is bad. It's really funny. That and we need to force Ellen and Sabrina to watch Garzy's Wing.
It's so bad, too.
Dude, we watched the Frankenstein movie that had like the same voice actors as that Dracula movie. It was pretty fucking funny.
I'm not shocked.
Yeah, there was some funny shit in it.
somewhere. Annoying. Have to go find them in another pile. I definitely did not sort this pile out as well as I should have.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, because that's like annoying when you're gonna go, because you have to put everything in order.
Gotcha.
Know, on the slip, but it's also annoying because some of these cards, like there was more of them. You know, I'd find more of them as I kept going.
Gotcha.
But I never went and put them with the rest of them.
Yeah, yeah.
Oh man, it's getting hot as fuck in here.
Thank you.
Oh, I gotcha. I thought I had just gotten so hot I couldn't even stand my own heat. I guess I haven't reached that level yet.
No, not yet. You're soon.
Oh yeah, you didn't draw the little ring there. That's funny. Like you drew every other part of it, but you moved on.
Yeah, that's how it goes sometimes.
Right? Yeah, it's the least egregious thing I've seen you miss.
Yeah, yeah.
But you missed that guy's arm and the other one.
I did, yeah.
That was pretty fucking funny. Especially since it went where you had already colored on the page. Yeah. I was like, how the fuck is he gonna get out of this one? It
wasn't easy, chat.
No, it really wasn't.
But I pulled it off.
Yeah. Oh, speaking of that, they should be getting that soon.
Mm-hmm. I know that the guy who got his Link one, he responded and said it looked cool.
Nice. Glad I liked it. Yeah, he should have. When did I send those out? Like Monday?
Yeah, he sent them out Monday.
Yeah, he was supposed to get his around like the next day or something.
Yeah, because
he's only in Arkansas.
Yeah.
The guy in Indianapolis, I think, should have gotten it like today. It's either today or tomorrow. So.
All right. And there you have it, folks.
That was good. Yeah, I like the really bold outlines you did on these characters this week, or this.
This one, yeah.
On these few.
I think I might go back when I go back and color some of these. I'm gonna go add some more bold lines.
I think you should, yeah, because some of them I was noticing that for a lot of them this year. I'm like, man, some of the lines are a little weaker.
Thin.
Like they're thin, yeah, or they're like, yeah, not as bold.
Yeah.
You know, like you weren't like pressing hard enough or something. You know. Like the ink is sparse, you know?
Yeah, yeah.
Like there's a lot more paper showing through.
Yeah.
Yeah, here's the other one.
Yep, yeah.
So I noticed that. I think, yeah, if you did that on the ones you color.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, these look good. Yeah, these look nice.
Mm-hmm.
Sole bad guy. He's the sole bad guy of the franchise. There's no other villains.
Oh.
No. Although I think he was the guilty gear, if I remember right. The Totsugeki girl. That was during the whole discussion of minor coded characters.
Yeah, pretty much.
And then we got the sexy giant sword girl. So, yeah, I think it's a little weird. I think I have it a little too far over this time. I keep trying to dodge your head. You keep like sliding closer and closer to the camera.
Actually, I'm gonna color this too while I'm thinking about it.
Oh yeah, that makes sense. So got it kind of far off on this side.
Yeah, I got you.
I'm like my man, Scooch right. No, that's the wrong right.
Fuck. I'll never get this right.
This looks good. Yeah, so this is definitely, these are definitely really good. They're very productive. Like I said, I really like the bold outline.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think that I would definitely say I didn't really I had noticed it while I was cleaning stuff, but once you started like actually doing it, I'm like, oh man,
Yeah, these look way better.
Yeah, so that's probably what I'm gonna go back and do like for the rest of them when I go to color them.
Yeah.
I'll get them ready for the book. It's just kind of like do some.
Yeah, I don't
some-
know if you want to go over. I probably wouldn't go over the ones you're not coloring,
Yeah, no. That's,
just because you'll have to rescan them after just doing that.
No, I know. That's for the 24 that I'm gonna basically do.
Yeah, I'll just try and fill them in with a little bit more black.
But yeah, next Monday we're gonna be doing Blah's Blue since we did Guilty Gear because they're both pretty much the same kind of anime fighters.
They're right. Are we not streaming on Saturday? Do you have something to do?
No, forgot that today is Thursday.
Oh, okay. I thought maybe you just had something to do.
No, I just I was off.
You needed to go somewhere.
I was off today because I took a sick day.
Got ya.
So I'm like, oh yeah, I was off today, and then I'm doing a stream. Must be Saturday.
Got ya.
Ash says they look great.
Thank you.
Yeah, we're done with all the Guilty Gear characters, right?
Yep.
Yeah, so there's just 7 more characters, and then right, just 7 or no? There's how many's left in the month after this? How many Blah's Blue characters did you put in? Like 5?
7.
Oh, it is a full 7?
Yeah, it's a full 7.
Okay, I wasn't sure because there's like 3 Evangelion characters.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, because we're starting from Mondays. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah, 7. Okay, yeah.
Yeah, because it was either do 2 but the 31st is just a Sunday by itself, so it was really weird.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah, so just 7 more, and then we'll be done with the regular posts for the month.
Yep.
Then you're gonna go in and color the ones you like.
Yep. 24 of them is what I got.
Mm.
That's definitely a lot. That's going to be the most out of any of these books. Which makes sense if we're planning on just making this the last one.
Yeah, I can't imagine going and doing this again.
Nah.
It's just, it doesn't feel as fun, like, doing it this year. Just because, again, like, now that Inktober technically is canceled due to the copyright stuff and all the other bad blood that came along with it,
Mm-hmm.
it might as well just draw for whatever reason. I don't have to actually, commit to a month. I'd rather be working on personal stuff anyway.
Yeah, and plus it's probably better if, like, we just do... Like, you can just do fan art throughout the year, and then at the end of the year, we can just put it into a book.
Exactly. So.
Or it doesn't even have to be just fan art. It could just be the best works from the year into one book.
I can even do, there's a lot of different ways to go about it. So, and also it's just probably cheaper to just continuously do it in another way just because of the fact that they're, like, having to buy all this paper and shit.
All the boards, because then you have to sell them all.
Yeah, to make up for everything.
Yeah. And I mean, selling 1 or 2 each show is not bad, but...
Yeah, again, it's
they're just piling up.
Yeah, because we have, again, there's a lot of logistical things that just kind of go against it. And I don't mind Inktober. I might just take... I'll probably, what I'll end up doing is I'll take next year off and then be like, I miss Inktober, and then go back and do it again.
No, I mean, you could just ink your comic all Inktober, honestly.
Again, there's a lot...
That's the way I would do it.
There's a lot of different ways to go about it. But we'll cross that bridge when we come to it.
Yeah, because I remember we had that idea for doing that book.
No,
we never got around
that
to
Halloween book.
That's probably a better idea, actually.
Yeah, we could just do that.
Yeah,
I'm fine with that. We'll just have to make sure we have a solid plot ready to go.
Yeah, if we just plan on doing that, we can write it early in the year and figure it out.
Pretty much, yeah. That's it for me, chat.
Right?
Watch a funky Space Wars battle. We'll catch you on Saturday.
Yep, see you later, everyone. Thanks for coming out and hanging out. Good night, Ash.